flat Earth. It's affecting the boards. What's up, everybody? LUMMY. Red here for the Bubba Army Weekly Wrap-Up Show on your Wednesday, as it is our end of the week show.
I know. We said we were back 2 weeks ago and then disappeared.
Well, then we were supposed to do a sports show. I had my preparation for a sports show, but
They can hodgepodge the two together.
sure can.
I don't see why not.
Stein-
We talked a lot of sports on the big show this week.
Hold on, Stein called me back.
We did call you.
He called me back, yeah.
Perfect. That's all
Let
we
me see if he
needed.
picks up.
Maybe that's our big time guest right out of the gate here.
Oh, yeah. No, Disney Phil, I was talking about... Son of a bitch. Now I
Chuck,
put me in a voicemail. He did call me back.
Do you think you guys tried to call each other at the same time just now?
Maybe. Who knows? Welcome to the wrap-up show. Happy Thanksgiving tomorrow to everybody. Hopefully everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Right, what do you got going on for Thanksgiving? I don't think we heard from you.
Not a whole lot. We are waking up in the morning, going to go over to the lady friend's parents' house, and then by the end of the day, we will make our way to my parents' house and eat ourselves to sleep, I think is the plan, right?
John Costica 50 on the Rumble, and Big E 7375. He gifted 5 memberships. Yeah, that's we're doing the tour of Tampa Bay with Walker, which we tried to avoid again, but did not happen. So,
What's that all about?
why we have to do the tour of Tampa?
Yeah.
My parents don't like leaving the beach, and our parents live outside the beach, and yeah, so we go see both of them.
Fair.
Fun. Man,
Where's Colton? He's normally on this show.
I thought, like I said, I thought we were doing a sports show, so I totally didn't even text him on it.
That's okay.
It's my fault.
It's the day before Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, he's probably really busy, with work. Didn't call out. Yeah, exactly. Best ofs Thursday, Friday. And what do you got going on for YouTube, things like that? Anything special in the hopper?
Nothing too crazy. I've been talking with Bubba. He's going to be putting up a lot of members-only content. We just got his new toy in the mail, his Ray-Ban Meta Smart Glasses, and I got to tell you.
I don't know if you're supposed to say that because he's going to surprise, his
no.
sister. I'm sure Tara's a big weekly wrap-up listener.
Yeah. Well.
It's okay.
Anyways. We were figuring out how that worked, and it didn't work the way that we initially did. Just our fucking luck, right?
What happened?
Well, thought one thing and got another, unfortunately. I was misinformed, so I'll take that on the chin. I mean, it's still a badass thing that he has and the capabilities on it. Most people know. Most people saw, the Facebook dealio. So people are aware. I think the secret's out.
Yeah,
but
true.
We'll get a lot of cool content with it. It's just, unfortunately, it doesn't have the support that we thought it did just yet, but there's ways to get there.
813-90-BUBBA, 813-90-BUBBA. Give us a call. Well, I mean, it's going to be fun, though, him testing those out, which I think it would be a lot easier for him to film things, especially with him going to Indianapolis.
You got the Hall of Famer John Costica, correct?
Yeah, $50 on the Rumble.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, John Costica. Yeah, so him going up to Indianapolis, going to the Warsaw High School football championship, like Warsaw High School's in the Indiana State Championship. Are you going to tune in when he goes live?
Yeah, absolutely. I will be glued to the edge of my seat. I told him that, most of the YouTube content, and I think he understands this as well. If he wants to go live on YouTube, $20 from Mike Thurman.
Woo!
For Lum and Filth. Thank you, Mike. If he wants to go live on YouTube, unfortunately, it'll still have to be on his phone. But I think he has plans to double dip all weekend because he's going to want to learn how those things are wired. He'll know more about them than I do by the end of the weekend.
I like our hashtags on our YouTube: Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, and News.
Out of date. Sorry. I used the template. We were running behind.
No, I just looked at that, and then you got me as a flat earther, a question mark. I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's a very show.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm going to probably tune into that. I'm going to tune in to probably watch a little bit of Bubba's Thanksgiving dinner. Like I said, driving from my house to then Brandon to the beach and then back. I'll have a little time in the car. I don't know if Ashley's going to drive the whole time or we'll switch it up, but it should be a crappy day. Well, it just sucks driving so much.
I understand it.
I mean, yeah, spending time with family is awesome, but when you spend 2-3 hours at one house and then drive an hour to another house to spend 2-3 hours with that, and then drive another hour.
Well, by the time you're driving home or that third destination, everybody else is doing the same thing. So you're dealing with everyone else on the road.
Yes, and you got four? So we spent, let's just hype 4, 5, 6 hours, and you got 3 hours. So half your time is driving. So long day, which it sucks. I wish we could just do a joint trip, but kind of like what Bubba does. Which the cast of characters that Bubba has coming over. Whew.
What, for this weekend?
For his Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, they put a bunch of peanuts in their stuffing. A bunch of crazy motherfuckers.
Boy, they got Bobo. Is his name Bobo?
Bobo,
right?
the monkey?
No, Bubba.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm
like,
sorry.
Oh, Bobo. I'm actually curious. That's one guy I want to tune in and see what he looks like.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what Bobo looks like. Bubba talks. Brian from Philly, $10.
Thank you, Brian.
Bubba talks about how he's in really good shape. He likes to fight. So I'd be kind of curious just to see how wiry he is.
Yeah, get him going for the camera.
Yeah, then Bubba bringing up the whole political.
Boo Boo. Is it Boo Boo?
Is it Boo Boo? Boo Boo. Boo Boo.
Hey, Boo Boo.
Okay, Boo Boo, Bobo. Close enough.
Bobo.
I mean, but I'm looking forward to seeing him and see like how he reacts and then see if anyone gets really upset or how they answer when Bubba, if he does talk about politics.
I like the idea of the gadget that we got him, and I hope that he goes live or gets some good video of Thanksgiving dinner with those, because he can get a little off the cuff sometimes. He can kind of run a little loose.
Yeah,
and I feel like if he's got those on, it's not the same as holding a phone. So he may just forget he has them on.
Exactly.
Say something to piss somebody off, and then we're live streaming the Thanksgiving family fight.
And some people may walk in not knowing that they're on the camera and say something because he's got his glasses up
with the big shining light.
Oh, does it have a big light? I didn't see him.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way to.
Oh, so
work
you know that
that
him walking around with a big shiny light. So if he's in the airplane, people are going to know he's recording.
Yeah, we're going to we're gonna work something out for that. We got ways.
Oh, do you?
We do.
Okay. Well, maybe his boy, when he goes to the football game, Fatheads. What's his name? Shit. Well,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not. I know it's not the name that I'm thinking of, so I'm not going to say it.
Rico. Thank you.
Rico. I was. It's fucked up. Is I was going to say Carlos.
Maybe Rico can Carlos.
I know, dude. That's why I didn't say it.
Maybe Rico can engineer some kind of glasses with his fatheads. Figure something out there.
That would actually be sick.
That would be pretty good. I mean, if anyone could do it.
The technology behind it. I mean, to cram all of that into a pair of glasses for only $299.
Are they stylish?
They look like a pair of glasses Bubba would wear. I don't know if the 3 frames that Ray-Ban has are stylish per se. I don't know if you would see like a high-vis guy out on the job wearing them,
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to find out. Mike Thurman, who's gave $20.
No, I think they look fine.
He wants to know: do you agree with Bubba's driving? Listen, if I was driving with Bubba in Indiana in snow, I would probably have shot myself or passed out. Him going 108 in a Kia SUV, I'm good. I'm good. I'll start driving myself.
I am not reckless. I'm not a reckless driver by any means, but I tend to push the boundaries a little bit when I drive, and we made great time on the way back from the Davenport Content House, but there were a couple of times I had to ride in the front seat as well.
Oh, nice.
There were a couple of times where I had to clench up just a bit.
Well, Disney Phil, $10.
Yeah, Disney Phil, those metaframes are thick. That's kind of the I think that's the goofy bit of it, is like you wouldn't really notice looking from the side or from head on, but I think the combination of that with the little tiny frames they tried to do make them look a little weird. But for what they are, they're cool as hell.
Well, for your driving, I mean, you did declare yourself. Was it this week or early last week that you are the best driver here? And
Yeah.
Macho Man got a little annoyed by that.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I'm guessing that you're on par with Bubba's Racing.
I don't know about on par. I mean, I never, flipped 7 times in the Chili Bowl. I never driven a sprint car or anything like that. But
You consider
I did
yourself
grow
the best
up. I
racer
did
here?
grow. I have grown up riding and driving things, and I feel like I do have a much better sense of. I don't know. Not to sound like a cocky dick.
No,
I
let's
feel like
hear
I
it.
can drive better than most people I know.
I mean, Macho says,
And I feel like it would translate to the racetrack because we grew up racing a lot of bullshit.
well, Macho says he did too. So I'm hoping that we could actually do that on the track. I probably would be second to last next to probably Seth, because I don't see Seth probably getting too crazy on there. So him and I will probably just be driving Miss Daisy back there. Well, you, Dr. Dan, Macho, and Bubba are just really, or I guess Jay too probably.
Is
And
Bubba?
and
I think
Babyface.
Bubba said he's not going to run.
I thought he said he might put himself in the back. Start last.
Oh, that would be a good idea because we're going to have to do that kind of start anyways.
315.
Happy pre-Thanksgiving, guys.
What's up, Longwood?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? What a great Bucks game to be at on Sunday. Boy, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of Buccaneer fans there.
Dude, the Bucky
Oh, yeah,
chants.
Yeah.
There's a tri-state group where there's like 2,000 people that go.
That's dope. See, I don't want to say the Bucks are becoming a fan base that travels well, but it definitely seems like a couple of times these last couple of years. Like, I think Arizona they played 2-3 years ago, or maybe it was L.A. they played 2-3 years ago, and there were just a whole section of red.
Well,
yeah, there's a Buckaholics group out there too as well.
Yeah.
Well, the LA, everyone travels well too, especially the Chargers. I mean, I don't think it matters.
All
the team.
morning, I had to sit with these fucking wops with the Italian hand. Tommy Cutlets, Tommy Cutlets. That's all I fucking heard.
Tommy Cutlets is out, I believe.
How'd you feel when
Oh,
Baker
dude, we
pulled that
killed
shit
him.
out?
Oh man, bro, I had to leave the section I was in.
What jersey were you
I
wearing?
went all stop 40.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had a Baker jersey on or something. I couldn't remember which one you had. I know you had the creamsicle on.
I got to get a Baker jersey.
Yeah, I got to get one too. I mean, what a better guy to take over after Brady. And I know a lot of you Bucs fans were skeptical of him. I know you were, but he's proven himself.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we were. I mean, I think this is when Babyface was still on the show. I think we were saying either Baker or Gardner Minshew, which they're kind of the same guys. And obviously, Gardner Minshew hasn't had the best luck. I mean, he has been on some really shitty teams.
I do think I don't want to say it's clear that the ceiling is higher for Baker, but you give him the tools, he's going to succeed. He's going to try his best to make something out of nothing. And he had a little stretch where, what was it, 7 interceptions in 3 games. 2 or 3 of those picks were kind of tic-tac, so you can argue that all day. But this was the year for him to play consistently well enough and prove that the Bucs didn't waste that investment, giving him the first $100 million contract in franchise history. And, dude, he's fucking balled out. Like, this offense, Liam Cohen has really, kept Baker in a really good situation. That was another thing, was the turnover. It's another new offensive coordinator for Baker who's had like 18 of them since he came in the league. So
Yeah, but
he's
he
been
worked
playing
with
well.
this guy out in L.A., though, so that's where I think they brought him in. Like, they had a little bit of a click when he was in L.A. for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, listen, another great quarterback that the Bucs had that went through many offensive coordinators, just couldn't really pull it out with that talent, was Jameis Winston. And we've been talking.
You don't want to talk about the $500 that Jameis Winston won me on Thursday, do you?
No, yeah. Well, I was going to say, listen, I'm sure that you've been so excited this week because it's been a lot of Jameis talk. Bubba's thinking he's going to be the next starter on some team and get his big time contract. I don't really.
I think he needs to go right to TV.
Okay, well, so you're saying that he just needs to retire after this year?
Yeah, because you know what, man, he's great. He's entertaining. I know you hate him, and I get it.
Whoa. I don't like him as a player. I think he would be entertaining. I love it. I mean, I think his speeches are funny as fuck because he just.
Yeah.
I mean, he like you said, he is entertaining, but I just know he sucks as a quarterback. Just from seeing him, I mean, like everyone's like, "Oh, they won." I know he won you, but his stat line was horrible. 218 and a pick, no TDs.
The fucked up thing is, like, I did that bet like half high and half drunk because if you notice they were back to back, and I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
I thought I bet 50 on one, but I bet 50 twice. I'm like, "Oh shit!" I went to sleep and Tuttle wakes me up. Hey, did you check the game last night? I think you might have won.
Yeah, I was surprised. On that win. I mean, because.
And then we hit for 390 on the Gators.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was a good.
How
I
about
didn't,
them Gators?
What I get? I think on the Gators, I bet. I think I bet the over and under, which didn't hit, but I took the money line with the Gators, so that paid out pretty nice.
And I would have hit for 800 if they fucking kicked a goddamn field goal in the fourth quarter and run the score up. I had Bucks by 14, Baker 10.5 yards rushing, McLaughlin 2 field goals, and Baker over 244 yards. It was a total bullshit, throw it out there bet. God damn it, they should have kicked that field goal.
That Baker rushing prop is going to continue to be free every single fucking week if they keep it around like 10 to 12 yards. Every week it's always between like 10 to 14 yards, and I think he's hit it, last 3-4 games in a row?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let me ask you. So, I know you said you want him to go to TV, but as a huge Jameis mark, do you think the Browns re-sign him, or do you think he? I mean, realistically, Jameis will not retire until he's probably like.
Well,
35.
I mean, I know a lot of Browns fans that actually love him, so I mean, he could stay there. I mean, sometimes it takes a little while for people.
Okay,
I think if he continues,
hold on. When you had a shit bucket before, and then you go to Jameis. I mean, yeah, Jameis looks like a shinier shit.
Well, I think Jameis, as of right now, like these last couple of years, as a backup, he is consistent enough of a quarterback to come in, play well enough to win you over, and then 4, 5, 6 games later, that's when he starts throwing 2-3 picks a game. That hasn't happened yet in any of these opportunities that he's had. So if they make him the starter in Cleveland next year and he plays a full season, I bet we'll see it play out that way. But
35 TDs, 35 interceptions.
If he can continue this sweetheart trend throughout the rest of the year and Cleveland still decides to move on from him, they're going to look like the fuck-ups once again. Like I think Cleveland really – I think they were kind of gifted Jameis Winston in this opportunity because he sure as shit could have stunk it up. And, he's making NFL film highlight reels his first couple of weeks playing.
Yeah, that run, though, was awesome. You got to give it. I mean, in the snow, I wasn't watching it because I was pissed off about the dumb bet I made. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But then when I saw the highlights, I was like, all right, kid. Way to piss off Lummy.
No, I was happy. I just looked at his stats line, and I remember that, if he was still here in Tampa, that, we would have ended up with a big fat L.
A win is a win.
No, that's true.
He's such a goofy scrambler,
and the big thing
too.
about the Bucks game on Sunday is those are games we fucking lose. We go into a shitty team.
Oh, against a quarterback. A new quarterback.
Yeah, with a backup quarterback. They acted like Jesus Christ took the field when Tommy DeVito came out there. 15 minutes later, they're booing him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think a lot. Well, I'm going to blame the play calling on that. And for some reason, the Giants love their coach.
Man, they love Dable.
Which I just don't understand.
I think they're like the how the Bucks do it. They won't fire midseason.
Right. Hey, I mean, while we are sitting here glazing on the Bucks and how well they played, how about the offensive line not allowing a single sack? And the Giants, I think if they weren't first in the league, they were second in sacks coming into this game. They didn't do fucking shit. And they didn't have Tristan Wirfs. And when Baker got pushed off over to the bench off of the sidelines, I can't remember the name of the DB for the Giants who did it, but Luke Edeke fucking ran up and took his head off, dude. And he does that every single time someone touches his quarterback. It's awesome.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah. Marshmallow Head is a tough guy. He's got to lose that pussy ass Guardian cap. I'm sorry. I it's got to go, guys. I can't stand it.
It's all about protecting the head, man.
When you watch the trenches, it definitely sticks out like a sore thumb.
Those helmets are so much better nowadays. Yeah, you're going to get a fucking concussion, but you know what? People playing soccer get concussions. They actually get more concussions in soccer. So
Fuck yeah. Head trauma.
Player safety, man. Player safety. Listen, I'm
all
sure.
right, guys. I'm taking up too much time as it is. Have a great holiday. Thank you guys for always doing your best. That's all I got.
Happy Thanksgiving, Longwood.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Listen, most offensive linemen should be wearing those little pads.
Yeah, I don't mind it for the guys in the trenches. I know they look a little bit goofy, but
it's going to protect them. I don't see the defensive guys
I
really
still
wanting to do it.
Seth said it this week. I think I said it a little while ago, and I still believe this. Within 2 or 3 years, I feel like they're going to have that same technology in a new and improved shiny helmet.
No, I could see them.
And you're not even going to you're not even going to need Guardian caps because it's going to become such a regularity that it's going to be the new standard.
Yeah,
you cannot get an approved helmet in the NFL unless it has the same capabilities as a Guardian cap. Once you got 4 or 5 of those on the market, let it rip.
Yeah, exactly. Grouper Lips comes into chat and says, Flat Earth or Lemmy. Listen, I'm going to clarify something, which I tried to get Numbnuts on the phone here. But
he didn't text you or nothing, still dodging you?
Yeah, he's a little busy.
You heard we were on his ass?
I don't know if he heard it yet because he's been a little busy. He's been in the fish tank.
He has.
And I don't know if you want to explain, but Stein was not on the show today because he's on this. And I don't know if you want to explain it, what the fish tank is.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know if you've ever heard of the reality show Big Brother, but it's essentially the show Big Brother if it took place in a K-hole. They wire up this whole house. It's essentially a content house. But then they bring in these people who are a little bit oblivious to what is going on, and they just gaslight them the entire time. They just lie to them about what's happening in the outside world, and then they bring in what they call freeloaders. Alex Stein is one of them. I think he's been on every season so far, maybe except for one. And he'll just kind of come in and fuck with people and instigate and get a reaction for the cameras. So it's all in good, ill-natured fun.
And what do you win? What do you get? What's your prize at the end of the day?
I think it's usually just money.
Now, how do you is it a fan vote, right?
Yes, I think.
Or do the people
I'm not entirely sure what goes into the elimination process of it.
Oh, okay.
I think it is mostly fan voted. There are some people who have gotten kicked off of the show because people found stuff out about them in their personal life. Like in the first season, there was a guy that got kicked off because he was writing weird guides on how to groom children as a camp counselor. So they confronted him on the stream about it.
Okay, that's a little odd.
Yeah, so they kicked him out.
Well,
we've had a couple of instances like that. That Airsoft Fatty Kid has been on there. He was running around the other day with his dick and balls hanging out.
So it's what channel is it on?
Family friendly. It's streaming on. They have a YouTube stream up. But I believe they also have the website where you can actually
now is that
interact with the house and shit.
Is that
I think it's like fishtank.tv.
No, but is that blurred out or?
I don't know. It's live production. Luckily, I wasn't watching when that happened, but I saw a picture of it after the fact.
What would they do to people that are accused of being flat earthers?
I have no idea. Probably try and gaslight more people to get on board with it.
And just to clarify once again, I was sticking up for Stein.
Fishtank.live.
We'll get into that. 813.
Lummy, Red, White Iced Tea.
What up, White Iced Tea?
What's up, boss?
I had no idea we could be racist on your show. You got Longwood over there calling the great Italian people wops.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
can
I just drop the N-bomb right now? We're cool with that?
Listen,
Is that what's going on?
No, listen, as an Italian...
Yeah, you cocksucking motherfucker. Wait till the next time I get up in New York. You're going to have to beat me at Amores, and we got to shoot the fade, kid.
I think he's in New Jersey. So you get to New
Wherever.
Jersey.
He knows what I'm talking about.
I think along Jersey. I think he's a proud Italian.
Nah. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, can't just carelessly throw that shit around, man. It's 2024.
Oh, I was going to ask White Ice Tea if he believed in flat Earth.
No, he said what he needed to say. He's a man of action.
Man, he was not feeling Longwood there. Longwood, watch your back, man. White Ice Tea might be coming to Jersey. He's going to find you. Longwood's a big boy, though. Oh, Mike Thurman, $20 in the snipe. Oh, thank you, Mike Thurman.
So is that one in the hopper for him?
Yeah, we'll put that one in the hopper for him. 813-90-BUBBA, 813-90-BUBBA. Let me know if you're a big flat earther. I mean, Rhett, what do you think of flat earth? I was just explaining how the conversation between Stein and I went was I called him to talk about him coming on the show like 2 weeks ago. And White Hairs, $100. Refute the Flat Earth Fund. Never mind White Iced Tea Fund. Nice.
You got to train horn that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Let it ride.
Thank you. So, real quick, he called me, and he's telling me, yeah, I'm going to be going to Tim Pool on Friday, blah, 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 blah. And we were talking about the fish tank thing a little bit. And I said, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I got to go on there and defend the flat earth. And I said, oh, okay, well, like, are you going to have to do research on it? And he goes, don't tell anybody, but yeah, I'm big into it.
No, dude, he's working you.
And so I was like, oh, let me ask you a question. So I asked him one of these questions that some people ask about flat earth, like, the planes and, if it's a flat earth. And he's like, no, it's this different kind of globe. And then he started talking about space and then Antarctica and all this other shit. And I'm like, are you really? He's like, yeah. He's like, I am. He's like, I really think that it's not flat. He's like, it's a globe. And he's like, I don't really talk about it much because then people start thinking you're crazy. And then you start getting made fun of. And I was like, all right. So I didn't say anything. But then obviously he goes on Tim Pool and starts talking about the space. And then Bubba was saying how he was attacking Elon Musk. And I'm like, I don't think he's attacking Elon Musk. He thinks, he thinks the earth is a flat.
He mentions like Elon Musk, like clip this. I want him to see it. I hope he does have a debate about it if he truly feels that way. But I personally want to believe that enough people have been up in space. We have enough photographic evidence, testimonies from people who have been up there. We've watched the rockets launch and go up into the air. You can go up there and you can see that it's round. You can see that it's a big ball.
I just want to know. I want to know, Trump. There's space pictures of Antarctica.
There are space pictures of Antarctica. But the other thing to remember, Lummy, is I think he's working you and everybody else because Alex Stein reminds me of Roger from American Dad. Every fucking week, it's some different backstory for his character that he's rolling up to the city council meeting that week. He is the ultimate worker. We know a couple of people like that, and he certainly is one of them.
Jimmy Burns, his explanation is it's flat. It's not a full globe. There's still it's like a half globe. I don't know.
So it's like an oval. It's an
oval, yeah.
It's like a deflated basketball.
225. Yeah, kind of.
Hey, good morning, guys. Jay from New Orleans.
What's up, Jay from New Orleans?
Not a flat earther, by the way.
Oh, you're not a flat earther? Okay.
That's what I was waiting for, Jay.
Yeah, no, definitely not, man. Look, I just wanted to call and tell you guys happy Thanksgiving. I tried to call in earlier. Bubba was busy, but happy Thanksgiving. Super grateful I got to meet you guys a couple of weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. Y'all were great hosts.
Oh yeah, it was good for you to come. Did you drive back the next day, or did you stay in Orlando for a little bit?
No, I drove back the next morning. Pretty rough drive back. I partied a little bit with y'all Saturday night.
Yeah. It was fun though. It was good to meet you, and glad and hopefully you can make it back down to if we do anything else.
Absolutely, man. My next goal is a Tarpons game.
That's gonna be a tough one.
If y'all do another one of those, man, I would love to be there.
I don't know how they're gonna do the Tarpons games this year. Because obviously the Rays are playing there.
You think the Tarpons just have to play somewhere else? I don't
know.
They playing overnight games?
I mean, they have the smaller stadiums, but those seat like 50 people. So
do y'all really think the Rays are going to end up in another city?
I don't want them to. I don't want them to.
I wouldn't want them to either, but
I mean, I think the Tampa Bay area market is too big to lose a MLB franchise. I mean, realistically, I think it should be in Tampa, but I think we have the wrong owner.
I think we have the wrong owner and we have the wrong city in charge of the ballpark decision here.
Yes.
The city of St. Pete really showed their true intentions when they approved the funding and then, a fucking hour later, changed their mind and reversed it. They don't want to pay for a ballpark in St. Pete.
No.
Stu doesn't want to pay for a ballpark. That's been evident. He's honestly, I think he's been waiting for a reason. I think this is the best reason he's had to eventually move them out of state or wherever he wants to go, whatever market that's going to be, because he can continue to make money off of his investment that he's already made. What is it, like well over $100 million already, or more than that?
Way more than that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the Rays are almost $1
Would
billion.
the city of Tampa roll out the red carpet for him, though?
Some city commissioners want to, some don't.
if he committed, if he was serious, I think if they can talk out a plan, or he had any interest at all in listening to a plan, some sort of plan to pay for this ballpark, I think if he showed he was open to it, the city would embrace it. And I think, what's going to lead to those conversations is how many people show up to Steinbrenner at these games in the fall. And I think it's going to be, or not in the fall, in the spring, I'm sorry. I think it's going to be, a lot of people. I think people in Tampa are excited to, yeah.
Well, it's going to be a sell. It's only 10,000. But there's going to be two things it shows. That the Rays can at least average 10,000 people, and that there's going to be a shit ton of rainouts.
Yeah.
That's right there. That means it's going to show that the Rays need a smaller stadium in Tampa, and it needs to be covered. That's what it's going to prove. Or that's it. So.
Well, I hope they get to stay, man. The Rays wouldn't be the same in any other city.
No.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of them just from listening to you guys, and I don't know, man. I would hate to see them have to get moved. That'd be a shame.
It sure would be. Don't want them to go to Nashville. Give them their own team or whatever. But
absolutely. Have a happy Thanksgiving, guys.
You too.
I'm taking Lummy, my golden retriever, for a walk right now. Which,
nice.
I guess I didn't mention that before. I have a 100-pound golden retriever named Lummy.
100 pounds.
Yeah, he's huge.
What's the
Fucking
name of the
hoss.
dog?
What's that?
What's the name of the dog?
His name's Lummy.
Oh, that's
He's
nice.
the most loyal dog
All right.
you've ever seen or heard of.
You better believe
And,
it.
So you know what? I can put that one. I can put that one down for. I am named after a overweight dog.
Well, the weight has nothing to do with it, Lummy.
I know.
He's a
I
big
was
dog.
kidding. I know. I'm just kidding.
It's the loyalty, man.
I know. I appreciate
he'll
that.
do anything you tell him to do.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's awesome.
All right.
Love you guys. No homo, man.
Hey.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too, man. Happy Thanksgiving. See you, Jay.
Yeah, I hope the Rays stick around. I do agree that I think Airtight or someone else may have said it in chat one day, but the Oakland Rays just doesn't sound right.
No, not at all. Yeah, I mean, there's Rays out there, but no, that would be horrible, and Oakland does not deserve another team, especially coming from Tampa. Yeah, HS Bubba fan said he didn't want to take up time on the phone, but he has a question. What do we think about 25 calling in? Listen, I've never had a problem with 25. 25 and I are friends. When he was off, when he left the show the last time, or whenever he left the show, I was doing the fish stuff, and I was still talking to him. I saw him when he was here at 97. I talked to him, hung out with him. We went to comedy shows together. We went out to bars together. So we were still hanging out through that whole time. And then when he left the show, I checked in on a couple of times, and he was unemployed or working as a bartender, and I offered him a job a couple of times at the fish warehouse too. Just like trying to at least make minimum wage, get some kind of money in his pocket, and he wanted to do it. He just didn't have a car at the time, so.
I never talked to 25 much. He was the first person that I ever met from the Bubba Show when I was younger. I met him at the Big Boy Toy Show at Brandon Harley.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 98.7 had an event out there, and Jesse Cage was out there for a little bit as well. And I went to that.
I think I was at that event.
Yeah, then I probably saw you.
The fish warehouse was right by that Brandon Harley at the old, because that restaurant was there.
Yeah, no shit.
And I would always meet up with 25 and Big Henge John and all these other fans. I think it was Wednesday night. They would go at the Scooters.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd just drink, and it was literally probably a walking distance from my warehouse. So I would just go walk over there around 4:00, and then me and 25 would just do shots and drink for a couple hours, and it would be like a small meet and greet.
I never extensively talked to 25. I've run into him a bunch, which is crazy. I've always run into him at events that I'm working. When I was at Cox, he would show up to a surprising amount of bar crawls and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was always in St. Pete, so he was always in St. Pete. That's usually when I see him, is if I'm in downtown St. Pete. The last time I saw him was within the the last year. It was, I think it was maybe a month or two before I met my girlfriend.
Yeah,
So it was probably about a calendar year ago. I was at the dog bar, and I had my dog with me, and he fucking came in and sat at the bar. And, like, I didn't say anything to him. I think we, like, nodded at each other, but I don't think he knows who I am. So I always see him around town, which is funny. I've never talked to him.
in Tampa?
St. Pete.
St. Pete, okay.
This was in downtown St. Pete at the dog bar over there.
Okay.
Off of Central.
I was going to say, I think there's a dog bar in Tampa, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Bubba seemed like was happy to hear from 25, and obviously the fans say, it seems like they would like to hear him back, and like I said, I love 25. He's always been, he's always been my boy. Obviously we've lost touch in the last couple of years. But especially during COVID. I mean, once COVID happened, then I think he got your number and switched off. Or whatever. I don't have social media, so at the time. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I think Bubba was talking about maybe sometime in December bringing 25 back.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I think, he's just the voice of a guy who's, like, been here and been through it, and that's always cool to hear. Like, I know it was very rare, and he only did it a couple of years ago, but, like, get Coco in for a couple of shows. Those were really popular. 25 checking in, Tuttle coming back and being a little more active with the show, Colton coming back being a little more active with the show. It's cool. Yeah, HS Bubba fan. He's from the trenches, just like Lummy.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, he was me and him were in Modular City.
You guys
back
went
in
through
the
it.
day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be a lot of fun, and it's something that's gonna be happening next week. I forgot to mention it to Bubba, find out exactly what day, but the erecting of the Christmas tree. Right after
Gene, don't let me forget Gene, too. How dare I disrespect the great Gene Lasker. Gene's getting back in the fold a little bit more. Like, it's cool to hear from those guys.
We haven't had a Friday show, so we haven't heard Gene. And then he was sick the one time. So
I've been sick. I had a stomach bug, Bubba.
Gene hasn't been on in a month.
I've been sick.
Yeah, well, come on, Gene.
I got the fifth poking around in my shop. I got to keep my nose down.
Yeah, so hopefully Gene comes here this Friday. But yeah, we got to do the Christmas tree, right? I got to get Big Red here. Are you going to be coming to do the Christmas tree?
Yeah, fuck yeah. What day?
I don't know. So I was going to ask Bubba what day he wanted to do it because he wanted to do an after show.
That's the thing about, like, we got all these breaks coming up. I'm honestly, it's that time of year, man, where you're kind of just trying to get over the hump of the holidays. So a lot of the days off that we have start to blend together, and I know that there's going to be days during that period where Seth is going to be doing a show, Bubba might want to check in and do a show or whatever the fuck. So I guess I got to get with you or whenever and try and figure out some concrete dates because I don't think I've really heard any concrete dates for like shows that we're going to be doing at the studio. I heard him say that it's a moving target last I heard.
Yeah, exactly. So I need to get to, it might be Monday. It might be Monday that we do the Christmas tree. If not Monday, I know Tuesday we have someone coming in for the after show with Seth and Bubba, or we could do it Wednesday, but that's a sports show.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Thursday. So, but yeah, look for that, and then we'll have the Christmas tree up, and we'll go from there. I don't know what else to say about flat Earth.
You're good.
So you don't believe in flat Earth? Well, I mean, I don't either. So, but I'm just like, what's your feeling on people that actually believe in flat Earth?
I don't know if it affects me personally. I don't. I don't have any strong feelings one way or the other. I do think it is sometimes funny to point and laugh at people.
Now, are you think differently if Alex Stein is not doing a gimmick and it's actually true that he believes in a flat Earth and that we never?
No.
He has said it on the air before that he doesn't think we went to the moon. So.
Yeah, I don't know. If he can bring a solid argument, I'm always willing to hear him out. I'm not going to make fun of Alex or his beliefs or his belief. It won't change the way I think of him, but like I said at the start, I still think it's all just a bit. I think he's going to play into it because he knows how to get responses out of people, but I mean, come on.
What if he brings an argument that makes you like start questioning?
Then I'll start questioning and I'll ask him some questions and we'll talk about it on the air, hopefully, but I just don't think that happens.
I mean, ASF said he's not a flat earther, but he does think the moon landing was fraud. Do you think we landed on the moon?
I can absolutely understand some of the arguments for us not landing on the moon. Now, with the advancements in technology, I think that's probably the biggest question mark, right? Is like if we're sending people up into space so often, how come we haven't gone back and gotten updated pictures? So I get it.
Well, I mean, China said they're going to the moon.
Yeah.
239. 239.
Hey, Lummy guys, how you guys doing today?
What's up, Berto?
It's Berto.
Oh, is it
I'm
Berto?
just
Yeah,
chilling.
Berto.
I just wanted to call and tell you guys Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Berto.
You guys are doing great. I hope the Rays don't run away.
Me too.
And I hope Bubba brings back 25 for a little bit, man. That Dynamics is cool because you guys had great shows back then, too. And I want to see how Seth and everybody integrates with them.
Yeah, I think it would be good. Maybe try to plug him in one day, or even who knows what 25 is even doing to see if he's even free for that. I think
My favorite bit with him was Black Guy in the Shower when he did the karaoke.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. Who you got this week? Who you got this week? Dolphins or the Packers?
I might get a divorce because my father-in-law is a Packers fan, and we talk every year where we have that funny thing. But I don't know, man. I got to root for my team, but I'm kind of hoping that they do their thing, man. I hope the Packers do their thing. I hope it's honestly, to be honest with you, I hope it's a field goal game, 3 points. Whoever wins.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be pretty tight. I'm sure Tua will step up and be a superstar, throw 4 TDs against the Packers. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. So, but I think it's gonna be cold. And someone said Tua doesn't. I think the Dolphins don't do well in the cold weather. So, we'll see.
Heck yeah, they don't do cold. They don't do cold, man. We do hot, man. We hang out and we see the bikinis, the bodies, and everything else like that. We don't do cold and see the hats and the jackets.
Yeah.
I think I got Green Bay in this one. They're getting hot at the right time, and they're in Green Bay. That always helps.
Yeah, that's true. So, all right, Berto, we're gonna run through our football picks and jump off here.
All right, man. You guys, like I said, stay safe, have fun, and all your family and everything. Have a good one.
You too, Berto. We appreciate you, man.
All right, bye.
That's it.
Sorry, I don't ever try to talk over you. I just wanted to tell Berto that I appreciate him.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to talk over you either.
Oh, stop it.
I was just trying to get the picks going after my abysmal last week picks, and Mario still called in and said that he won money, so he must have listened to just our good picks.
Mike Thurman said he's down 17,000 from my picks. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, that's right. That's right,
Give
Mike
me
Thurman.
a break.
That's right. Not Lummy's picks. Just this will.
I need
Hopefully, you pick
receipts.
the
I need
opposite.
pictures. I need betting logs. You got them. You know where to message them to me, Mike. No chance in hell. I think I had a better week than Lummy. Should we go over week 12?
Well, I mean, do we just tell the record?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I have to kind of figure out who won and who lost.
No, you're fine. I kind of figured it out, and I was way under 500. I took, but a lot of the teams that I picked.
All right, so Cleveland beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Grouper Lips, that's incorrect. I've been over 500 most of the year, so is Filthy. Mike Thurman must be just going against Rhett's picks because I believe he's still in the still in the lead.
You can't please them all, brother. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves,
brother.
I show up to work every day and I do my damn best.
While you calculate that, I'm going to test you on your being able to do 2 things at once.
Oh shit! Okay.
What'd you think of that Hogan Bubba story?
Oh, brother.
Yes, exactly, brother. I mean, like, I
don't know. It kind of. Never mind.
What, you didn't think it sounded believable? Oh, I thought it sounded believable.
I will say he had me until the part where all the guys are on the edge of the boat cheering. I don't know if I believe that part.
Why? It's the Coast Guard, man.
I don't know.
Listen, my buddy was in the Coast Guard, and he said a lot of times they're just out there. I mean, what would you do? You see an NWO
That is
boat.
true. I mean, you can spot that boat from a fucking mile away.
I mean,
so you
exactly.
got a feeling that, and Hogan's bright-ass bald head. I don't know if he was rocking a bandana
hold on, you
got to
think about this. There's probably 1 or 2 guys, while they're driving, and they see a boat out there. It's a cigarette boat.
And then they get dangerously close to it.
Well, hold on, you got to think about it, though. They probably have the binoculars.
They break protocol.
They say it's an NWO boat, and they're probably like, holy shit, that's got to be Hulk Hogan. Let's go over there. You know what I mean? And they're calling it out, and hey, Hulk Hogan's going to be there.
Yeah.
I forgot to say, did Bubba say what year it was?
No, he did not. I want to say this was, rolling hard, mid-2000s at some point.
Okay, I was going to say because hopefully it wasn't Bubba 488.
No. I think he said it was. Did he say it was 04?
I don't remember.
I think it was around that time.
I don't remember, but I believe it. I thought I was just wondering. I should ask Bubba what chick he got. Did he get the USF student or did he get the hairdresser? Missed out on that one. So what'd you get there? What did we get? What did we get on our picks?
All right, so if I'm not mistaken, we had 13 games last week.
And I got 5.
Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Cleveland won.
Oh, you're doing it now?
No.
You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm counting. 7-6 for you, my friend.
Oh, I got over 500.
Yeah, 7-6
fuck you, Grouper
for
Lips.
you,
How about that one?
my friend.
Thank you.
And I went 10-3. We both picked Pittsburgh to beat Cleveland. We both got that wrong.
Man, Mike Durbin must be really betting wrong against you.
Yeah, I know. Chicago was your upset of the week, and they certainly upset you.
Yeah.
We both picked Washington to beat Dallas. That was a crazy game. We both picked Houston to beat Tennessee. Tennessee pulled out the upset on that. You picked the Niners to beat Green Bay, and then you also picked the Rams to beat Philly. Who won Arizona at Seattle?
Seattle.
Okay. So then I went 9-4.
Didn't Seattle win? Yeah, I think Seattle won.
And then who won Baltimore LA Chargers? Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore won.
Yeah. Okay. So. Oh, shit! You will. Well.
Oh, you lost track of the stats.
You went
now?
6-7. I apologize. I had to finish out that Monday night game, Baltimore at LA. I didn't have that.
Yeah, fuck LA.
I went 9-4. You went 6-7.
All right, well under 500. So fuck me, Grouper Lips. How's that sound?
Trying to figure out where our season totals went. There they are. All right, now we're really doing some math.
Oh boy.
Yeah, week 5 is when we had canceled the sports show when we were, a little.
We went on vacation.
Right.
We went out. We went on vacation. There's no problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
We're back.
Yep.
We're ready to roll.
Yeah.
So
Right.
let's go. We got. Oh yeah, that's right. You're not ready yet.
We'll figure this out at a later date. We got shit to do.
Okay, I'm just asking, man.
No, I understand. You know what? We'll figure it out then. I'm sorry. We got a show to do. I'm getting anxious now. I start to do math and I get nervous. My brain shuts down.
Well, you want me to leave the screen up for you here? This little schedule.
Yeah, I'll start writing that down as you're talking here.
Okay, I'm gonna go Chicago at Detroit. Chicago at Detroit. Thursday day game. Thursday, Thanksgiving. Woo! Eating the turkeys, watching football in Detroit. You gotta love it. Well, man, that's a tough one, but I'm gonna have to go with Detroit by 10. I'm not picking by the line.
By 10.
I'm gonna go Detroit.
The spread
It's 10.
is
10.
wow. I saw it earlier. I saw someone take it at, I think 7.
Damn.
7.5, and I was surprised it was that many points. But I'm also not surprised because Detroit's been beating the brakes off of everybody this year,
That's right.
except for Tampa, baby. Yeah, I'm also going to take the Lions, man.
New York Giants with Drew Lock against the Cooper Rush Dallas Cowboys. Probably one of the best games of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I will be definitely tuned in. I probably will be trying to use this time to drive between houses. Fuck, this one's not as easy.
I'll say Dallas. They had, that big time win last week. New York, they got beat so bad that I don't know. That team is just in a free fall right now.
I'm going to have to go Dallas, too. Miami at Green Bay.
Give me the Packers.
And I'm going to, you know what? I don't want to. I was going to pick the Dolphins. I may still pick the Dolphins. Like, cold weather is really going to...
Bump, bump. But no.
I don't know what to do on this game.
You know the words. Bump, bump. Banana.
Go, Pack, go.
All right, so I can put you down for Green Bay.
It's going to be 28. Yeah, put me down for Green Bay.
There you go, brother. Embrace it.
I just love Tua so much. I really didn't want to bet against them.
It's that time of year that apparently the Packers are going to be the one team that has a good chance of running away with the NFC here.
I think Tua comes out with a big game, 4 TDs, Waddle gets another big game for TD. Tyreek with the TD. So I like their new. I think the tight end's number 9. I like him too. Oh, Vegas at Kansas City. Well, I think this one's a pretty easy pick. This is a Friday night game or Friday 3:00 game on Prime. 12.5 for Kansas City. I'm going Kansas City.
Yeah, who's starting for Vegas? Is it going to be Aiden O'Connell? Is he hurt? Who are they on now? Gardner Minshew just broke his collarbone, so he's done for the year.
Yeah. I think it's back to Aiden, right?
That's what I would think. I don't know if Aiden got hurt. But, yeah, what's crazy is that Vegas always has like one game a year that, they upset everybody.
Oh, wait, is it Desmond Ridder?
Desmond Ridder. So, listen, this could be the game for the Raiders to just, kind of get that one win a year that makes them feel smug. It could be. I don't think it is. I think Kansas City finds a way to win. But be on the lookout because Desmond Ridder was so awful in Atlanta that he could somehow sneak one out against the Chiefs here.
And he's going to be awful in Las Vegas, too.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers at Atlanta. Whew. Oh, man.
I'm going to say the Chargers. Tough loss for them last week. And, honestly, Atlanta has just not been playing good football.
They're on a slide.
Yeah.
They got blown out by the great Broncos.
They're due for a slide, so I think that slide continues here, and the Buccaneers get another positive game to edge them closer to the NFC South.
Let's go Chargers.
There you go.
Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Oh, Pittsburgh's coming off a loss.
Division loss.
Yeah, to the Browns. Jameis Winston really took it to the Bengals. The Browns. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Bertation. Lost. Shit. I'm gonna have to go with 2 losses for the Steelers.
Really?
I'm gonna go. I don't think the Steelers bounce back. I think Joe Burrow shows up, and Joe Burrow is the man, and they walk away with a win.
If the Steelers defense was not as consistent as it has been this year, I would say that they lose this game because this is a good time of year for them to kind of go on a slide a little bit. Tough division. Teams are trying to catch back up. Cincinnati, they're 1 loss away from being statistically eliminated, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So all these teams are still technically in it, but I think Pittsburgh wins this one. They went 11-0 that one year. But that year was different. They fell apart and they lost to Baker Mayfield in the playoffs. This year, it just feels like they have a better team. And I think with this defense and, the improved offense, you can't not look at that. But the defense really is like...
Berto Perez, $20. Woo!
They're just playing really well.
So
they're among the best right now.
So I think you're going to go with the Bengals.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
Oh. Bengals at home, baby, at Paycor Stadium. Arizona at Minnesota.
Give me Minnesota.
Man, there's a couple of tough games. Arizona.
You don't think that...
I'm going Arizona.
Yeah, you don't think they're going to fall apart down the stretch here? Start to slow down, run out of steam?
Nah, they played a tough Seahawks team in Seattle.
Okay.
I think they bounced back from that and upset the Minnesota Vikings away. Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. Wow. Top 5 draft picks right here.
I think New England's going to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with New England too.
They seem to come out on top in these kind of games. I know they're only 3-9, but like their wins this year, they're just beating up on mediocre and bad teams. Like, are you able to pull up the Pats here?
Yeah.
They beat the Bengals 16-10. They lost a fuck ton of games, and then they beat the Jets 25-22, and then they, beat the Bears like a drum 19-3. They've been losing.
Well, I think the Colts are that team. I really think the Colts are that team.
I think they could have won that Titans game. I think the Jaguars really fucking handled them.
Yeah, but I think they could have. I think they beat the Colts. I think Anthony Richardson's not set up for that cold weather.
Unless I'm wrong, they lost that Seahawks game by a field goal. So I do think that, yeah, Indy is just kind of in a weird spot, and this could be a good game to pick up New England. Are you picking the Pats too?
Sure am.
Let's do it, buddy.
Seattle at New York with Aaron Rodgers playing for his life in New York. I think
be hilarious if he was the only one to run out of the locker room. That's what it seems like it's going to be here in the next couple of weeks.
Jets, Jets. Let's go. Aaron Rodgers makes a. This is probably not what I really want to be saying, and probably because it's not going to happen. I've been thinking it was going to happen all year for a turnaround game from Aaron Rodgers, but I think he steps up and the Jets get the win.
Did the Jets lose last week?
Sure did.
Yeah. I'll say Seattle.
Lost to the Colts. Game they should have won.
Yeah.
I got, let's see, Tennessee at Washington. I think Washington bounces back. Tennessee's just not that good. I'm going to go with Washington.
I agree.
Houston at Jacksonville. Houston's been a little disappointing. They still got a good amount of weapons. Mixon was absolutely non-existent last game.
Tricky game, though. I know that Jacksonville is kind of the laughing stock of the league right now.
2-9.
In these division games, man, they always love to fuck up the year for somebody. You remember those last couple of times where the Colts were like winning you're in for the postseason, and then they ran into Jacksonville?
That's right.
Listen, I've been throwing out these takes all day and then playing fence sitter. I am going to take Houston to win this game because they did disappoint me last week. But if they lose this game this week, then I don't know if I can take them that seriously.
Well, as a flat earther, I'm going to have to take I can't pick Jacksonville.
You wanted to, though.
I wanted to.
I know you did.
You kind of talked me into it. Let's go Jacksonville.
Fucker, I already wrote down Houston.
Yeah, well, looks like you're crossing that bad boy out. Go Florida, right? Go Florida teams.
All right, so without question, your upset of the week. I don't know what the spread of that game is. I know
4.
Houston
4 points.
hasn't been playing the best. They are playing in Jacksonville, so that helps them out a bit. 1 o'clock game.
I guess technically that is my upset of the week.
It would have to be, I think.
Los Angeles at New Orleans. I'm going Rams. I just don't think New Orleans has it. I think the Rams take it.
I think the Saints win.
Okay. Well,
I think
Derek Carr shows up.
I guess. I don't know what it is about the Saints, but like they need to start winning games. They had Cam Jordan on TV last week on the Fox pregame making all kinds of excuses as to why they fucking suck this year. So it just feels like the tone is right for them to get a win this week so he can come back next week and talk about how, they're going to still be in the division and all that shit. It just feels like they're going to win.
Yeah. I jumped on my bookie real quick. I was trying to see if any of the lines really have changed, and it looks like my bookie still has all the lines the same. Tampa Bay at Carolina. I mean, look, it's pretty easy pick there. I never go against the Bucks. So it looks like I will be taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over Carolina, even though Carolina has played a lot better recently.
I do have a terrible feeling at the bottom of my stomach. I'm also taking Tampa Bay here.
I was going to say,
they should handle business, absolutely. But there is a little tiny feeling. You remember when the Bucs needed that win against the Saints on New Year's Eve to win the NFC South?
Yep.
They shit the bed against New Orleans. And then the next week they need to beat the Carolina Panthers, who up until that point I think only had 1 win. Worst team in the NFL at the end of the year, late December. 9-0 that game was. And you remember how fucking sweaty of an afternoon
it was.
Because it's like, this is the worst team in the NFL. It could be one of those games this week, but I have faith in Liam Cohen, the new offensive coordinator, to really step up here and keep this offense efficient. I think they score way more than 9 points. Just like the Giants, if you can get out to a hot start here and make it 14-0 by the end of the first quarter, you will beat this team. So give me Tampa.
Philadelphia at Baltimore. I will. I'm going to keep going with Baltimore in Baltimore. Philly's good. I know you're not a believer, but I like Baltimore. I think they're going to keep rolling.
Yeah, I think Baltimore wins this one as well. Philly's been playing better, but I still think at the end of the day they are Flim Flam as their head coach.
San Fran at Buffalo. I'm going to go with the hot hand. Who knows if Purdy will show up. I'm going to go Buffalo.
Yeah, got to give respect to the Buffalo Bills once again. I did this a couple of weeks ago, so I don't have to do it again, but I was definitely wrong. I thought they didn't have the firepower on offense and the wide receiver room to really allow Josh Allen to be a factor this year. Guy stepped up. Khalil Shakir really fucking stepped up, and then they go in to get aggressive, and they get Amari Cooper in there, and they have just been running over teams. So it's going to be exciting to see them and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship for the 7th year in a row or whatever it is.
Amari Cooper. Nice.
Yeah.
Cleveland at Denver. Well, I mean, listen, this one's an easy game, too. I'm not going to be picking Jameis because I like the Denver Broncos. Let's ride, baby. Denver Broncos, one of my favorite teams of all time. Bo Nix, their running back guy, who do they have as a running back? McClellan? I don't even know. Starts with a J. And their wide receivers, really good team, really awesome. Broncos win big time against Cleveland. Denver wins by probably 25.
Yeah, I don't know if it's by 25, but I do think Denver wins this football game here. I would love to see Jameis Winston get the one up against Sean Payton, who has, kind of fucked him over. Like, I think Sean Payton is the guy single-handedly responsible for Jameis Winston's legacy as a backup, because that organization told Jameis that once Drew Brees retired, that was going to be his team, and then it wasn't. Right. And then he chose to stick around. So, yeah, I got the Broncos. Play the clip, brother. And then he chose to stick
Broncos
around.
country.
So.
That's right, Broncos country, baby. That's for Grouper Lips. That's everything right there.
Let's ride.
That's right. Hey.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Let's do it.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Let's do it.
That's right, baby. Let's ride them all the way to the playoffs. I want to see Bo Nix making commercials like that next.
What are you making for Thanksgiving tomorrow, Lummy?
I'm not making anything.
What is your lovely wife making for Thanksgiving tomorrow, Lummy? Anything?
No, she's not making anything either.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That was anticlimactic. We're baking pies.
Oh, I'm hitting the wrong fucking button. That's why. Sorry, I thought I was like shit because I had to auto fire at the one time, so I thought it didn't auto sync again. I'm not making anything. Ashley will probably be making some great deviled eggs or something. I don't know, but looks like the parents are gonna be making it all as we travel everywhere. You probably gonna be making some pre-rolls or something, right?
Yeah, some pre-rolls. That's what we're bringing to the Thanksgiving table.
There you go. Hey.
Pre-rolls for the whole family. Family who smokes together stays together.
Brett, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Have
brother.
a wonderful Thanksgiving. All the Bubba Army, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you're sitting there and you're wondering what you want to watch because the New York Giants Dallas Cowboy game is absolutely atrocious, most likely Bubba Pio will be on. Check it out, and don't forget on Saturday he'll be going live from the Warsaw High School State Championship, Indiana football, baby. Go Warsaw. And everyone have a happy Thanksgiving. Again, go to Bubba Army store, Bubba Army shop, BubbaArmyMerch.com for all your Bubba Army merchandise. Rhett, anything else?
Nope. Just what Lummy said. Be on the lookout this weekend. YouTube.com, Facebook.com at the Bubba Army. Bubba is going to be checking in quite a bit, trying out some new toys, new gadgets.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Group of subsidiary. Hey, let's ride today, buddy. Let's ride.
That's right.
See ya.